So this is a 1998 Volkswagen Transporter T4. It's got a 1.9 turbo diesel engine. It's the slowest of the VWs, but it gets me about 700 miles to a tank of fuel. So the bike rack was from Just Campers. It was about £330, I think. It just 2 runs for 2 bikes, but comes in really handy when we want to go away. Take bikes with us. So we bought these wind deflectors. It means we can have the window open at night to let some air in without the rain getting in. And very good. I can't remember how much they were, but they're not super expensive. They're easy to fit. And yeah, both of my T4s have got these. Right, so I went for a 3-way fridge when I had this fitted. I shouldn't have done, I should have got a compressor fridge. But there you go. 3-way fridge means it runs off of 12 volt, 240 volt and gas. I've never run it off of the gas. It doesn't run fantastically off of 12 volt. If it's already cold, it'll keep it cold, but it won't make it cold, if you know what I mean. So on a campsite, when I'm plugged up to 240 volts, this fridge is amazing. But other than that, I don't really use it. So just above the fridge, I've got this little drawer here, and that's just a cutlery drawer. When I had the interior furniture made, I opted for the walnut Voringer lightweight ply. Most people will probably choose a lighter colour to make the inside of the van look bigger. I wasn't really fussed about that, so I chose a black floor and the dark wood. I've got overhead storage in here as well, just above the cooking area. All I keep in here really is cups and tea bags and spices, stuff like that. But it's handy to have that space. I chose the SMEV double hob unit and sink for the van. You can have the sink on the left hand side and the hob on the right if you want. I opted for the hob on the left here because I wanted that little cutlery drawer underneath, and I knew that that's where my fridge was going to go. But yeah, I've been really happy with that. There is, the tap does work. There is a pump and a water tank underneath, but I never really use that. So here I've got the Caravan's double swivel seat base, and all you do, open these, lift them up, and there's 4 of those, 2 at the back, 2 at the front, and then you swivel it round. So this will just spin around here. Then you can just hold it in place, one of those. I can either get this out of the way, or I can put the table on. I know it looks like I've got a lot of junk underneath the swivel seat here, but there's everything from electric hookup leads, to tools, to raincoats, high-vis vests, bags for life, all sorts of stuff stuck under there. So you can see now it's much more like a camper van when you've got that seat turned around. Really impressed with the swivel base seat in this. Wouldn't do without it. And here's what it's like once we've got the table set up. Again, just really comfy here. You can just sit and eat, look outside at the view. It's a great little addition. So not a bad little view from here, from inside the van. And obviously we have this table too. This is the sort of main table that we'll eat at. Or sometimes I'll eat on the double seat here by the door, and Sam will eat there by the wardrobe. Both tables tuck away in this little gap between the kitchen area and the back of the driver's seat. So that just keeps them out the way when we're on the move. That's the diesel heater down there that's fed from the main fuel tank, and that is a lifesaver in the winter. So under here, this is sort of food storage. It's where I have my gas bottles. I've got 2 gas bottles in here, so if I run out on one, I can just switch to the other. And there's just a bit of everything under here. Also under here is the panel for the electrics. That just gives me the condition of the vehicle battery and the leisure battery. And gives me a on-off switch for the pump as well, for the water pump. Got 2 wardrobes at the back here. You can just make out the other sliding door on the back of the chair. And again, they slide up and full of stuff. There's even storage down under here that goes all the way down to the wheel well for stuff that you don't need to get to in a hurry. That's a 3/4 width rock and roll bed. That just pulls out. And then underneath, there's more storage. So I keep chocks in there for if I need to level up if I'm on a campsite. There's a camping chair, and then there's this big tub full of all my cooking stuff. There's a little plug-in heater, a kneeling mat, and water. I normally have a couple of those big bottles of water in the van, because as I said, there is a water tank in this cupboard in here, but I don't really use that. It's just easier to just buy bottled water from the supermarket. I roll up all my bedding, and that's stored behind the rock and roll bed. And that's why I very rarely open the tailgate, because if I did, all my bedding would fall out on the floor. Headlights fitted in here, and also a strip light here, LED, just above the sort of cooking area. I went for a matte finish on the plywood, and then I wanted this black worktop to go with the black tables. I had the seats retrimmed in this sort of Bentley double stitching, diamond double stitching. I recently just added this little netting area here to keep some books in. Other than that, storage wise, you can get a couple of bits here. You can see down the back of the driver's seat, just a beach parasol and a sort of mat for when we're away. All of these windows, as you can see, have got blackout curtains as well. So every now and then we put the roof up. So these straps come down, and then all we need to do is release those straps and push the roof up. So there's the van with the roof up. It's the first time I've actually lifted the roof up on this since I had the canvas replaced. So I can either leave this down and have this with a bed up the top here, or I can push this up to give us more space if we want to stand up in the van. Here's what it's like in the roof with the bed, and this is with the roof in the down position. That's where I was sat. And we've got a window. You want to look out the front? The van's far from perfect, as you can see. A few battle scars, a few stickers on the back. So here's my favourite.